it's by under a Creative Commons license, and the link to that song is in the description for this YouTube video. What's up, everybody? This is John Spalding with G1NBC, and we're at our 2017 Holiday Countdown. Today is day 21, and I have a bunch of special guests in here with me tonight. You can see that I'm not in the snow globe. I'm over here on the camera, and I got my buddy Brandon Bell from Bro Op Films here. He is the creator of the Connected web series, and they're over here filming at the dealership. This is where we do a lot of our work over here, and so I wanted him to come and say hi to everybody.
What's up, everybody?
And wish everyone a happy holidays.
Hey, everybody, happy holidays. Brandon X Bell, Stir Fry, my man Sterling Hall. You know what I'm saying? My man Stir. Yeah, there we go. My man Stir Fry.
Space to two people, John.
My man Joe Stiliano. That's my brother Stir Fry.
Stilisano.
My uncle, my OG. You know what I'm saying? Dana Charlie in the building. Merry Christmas, everybody.
So I haven't had three people with higher melanin tones in their skin on this show before.
Oh, man,
and this is the holiday countdown. So I was wondering if you guys could speak to what you guys do for Christmas, what you guys do for the holiday season, and if you don't, that's fine too.
Oh wow. Okay. Well.
And please, this is a no holds barred interview. You don't have to hold anything back except maybe the F word and the S word.
I ain't gotta say the F word, man. That's a lot of other words.
No, so you can say sex. Misha said porn.
All right, well then it's fair game. But I guess what melanin tone, I think we're black. I think that's what he was implying. Man, that made my hat fall off again. Wow.
I didn't mean to cut like right there, but I did mean to cut right there.
Well, okay. I mean, honestly, we don't do anything.
He was prepped, by the way.
Not really. I mean, but kind of. But I mean, for real, we don't do anything different than anybody else. We get with family. We exchange gifts. We enjoy each other's company. We eat. We break bread.
What's one of your traditions that you guys always do?
I mean, exactly what I said. It changes. We play games. You know what I'm saying? Like, my family's a little bit different now than it was before. I'm married, got kids now. Back in the day, my grandmother and my grandfather really, they were like, that's where we centralized Christmas kind of. And so like they're not here anymore. So Christmas kind of changed up, families spread apart. But when we, for the holidays, my mom's come up and, it's a time where, we go from house to house, family members' house, friends' house, visit, and, drink.
Get plates.
Smoke.
How about you? How about you, Stir Fred? What's a tradition that you guys have?
Oh man, play video games, get plates, food, eat. Man, roll joints.
What is your favorite food that you look forward to when you know that celebration's coming up?
Pussy.
Jeez, ruined my holiday countdown. Wow. The dude can't help it. You
didn't say the F word. You said.
I know, right?
I actually like eating chicken on holidays. Rotisserie chicken.
All right.
Rotisserie.
We'll take that.
Not fried, rotisserie.
What's a holiday tradition that you guys have?
Well, honestly, as a pagan, we actually celebrate basic winter solstice, which means it's all the same stuff. Only we tend to drink a lot more, eat a lot more, and we celebrate it over the course of however many days it takes to find all of my friends.
Man, I want to be a
like
pagan.
no kidding, no lie. You're a pagan.
Absolutely, I'm an animist.
What is pagan?
Wait, what's an animist?
Animist, everything within the world has a soul, and everything within the world has its place in the world. And as far as it goes to Christianity, it doesn't really involve honest gods, at least as far as I practice. There are just the earth, wind, fire, water. These things are the things that I pray to, and all those prayers are gratitude more than anything in the world.
So being aware of the elements and having gratitude for those things and people around you.
Yes.
Cool. Thank you. Mr. Time. How about you, man?
We do the family thing. We so people won't get broke. We have such a large family. so people won't get broke. What we do is we take a $25 gift and put it in everybody who puts a gift in, put them up under the tree, and we go over to the tree and we pick up a gift, in exchange for the gift that we put in. That way, we won't sit back and spend thousands and thousands
Yeah.
of dollars, with the commercial part of Christmas,
And everybody gets a
Love it.
gift.
And my mom's sweet potatoes, oh my God, her candy yams it's just the end of the world.
I know where I'm gonna be at for Christmas dinner, man. Hey, get some of them candy yams, B. You know what I'm saying?
Cool. So you can see 4 different people have 4 different traditions that they look forward to around this time of year.
Yeah, my mom is here. Hey, mom, how you doing? My mom is here all the way from Alabama. She with my daughters, Kyla and Mahana. Love y'all. My wife, Kendra.
Oh, so when you said you were dropping your mom off, you were being for real, like it was your actual mom that you were dropping off. Well, I don't know if it was Kendra's mom or anyway. Anyway, I got one last question. I got one last question for the panel. This is a very serious question. Is Jesus white? We're gonna go to stir fried first. Hopefully,
Oh, no, no, no. Jesus was way too close to the equator to be white. It doesn't matter if it was the Middle East or if you think it was Egypt or if you think it was the Saudi. Bottom line is, it was not Europe in any way, shape, or form, so he is not white.
Yo, I mean, for one, it says it in the Bible, skin of bronze. And John's skin is not of bronze, for one. So if for for believers in the Bible, I grew up in a church. My grandfather was a deacon. They said it over and over again. Then you look up and you'll see Brad Pitt on a cross. like, like so no, Jesus, and for for some people, like if Jesus, is a real guy or Yahweh or whoever, whatever name he has, like Sterling said. I mean, scientifically, I mean, he's not. He doesn't look European. He wouldn't look European. His hair wouldn't grow that way with that much sun. In Bethlehem, the dude was born in Bethlehem. You feel me? Bethlehem.
I feel you.
Bethlehem.
So what you're saying is probably not.
No.
Okay.
Like I don't know where they got that picture of, but see, that should tell people something about like everything that's in the world today, or what you read and what you know. I mean, where all these paintings of Jesus is white. Where did that come from? Why is that like that? How come they don't have the actual picture of? Because that's and there's a reason for that too.
All right.
Happy holidays.
There you go.
Well, myself having never met the guy, I couldn't tell you for sure. So, and being pagan, odds are I will never meet the guy. So
Nope.
You don't know that though, man. You know what I'm saying?
maybe, but
Yeah.
Jesus.
They might
Jesus,
judge you by your heart.
Yeah.
we can only hope.
We go. Hey man, listen.
I mean, we can only hope they're going to forgive a few things too. But
Jesus is cool with you, bro.
Did you want to answer,
I'm kind
or
of,
did Brandon do good?
yeah, he did real good.
If you have any dissent or differing opinion,
I mean,
it's welcome. This is an open forum.
right. No, I kind of, I guess I don't get that deep into that part of it because most things is controversy. But how do we know he wasn't Chinese? He wasn't. I mean, Jesus is supposed to be over the whole universe. I mean, he's the Son of God.
right.
So the nationality to pick and say it's
It really don't matter. At the
Right,
end of the
it don't
day,
matter.
it doesn't matter. Like at the end of the day,
That's right.
it doesn't matter. So here's the thing, and this is just like a message to everybody, right? Whether you believe in Jesus or you don't, anything like that. If you got a white Jesus, black Jesus, Mexican Jesus, Chinese Jesus, whatever color Jesus your Jesus is,
You
at
got to
the
put
end
on
of
that
the
nutty
day,
hat. Anyway, sorry.
it's still Jesus. You know what I'm saying? That's still what he represents. You feel me? And that's and that's love, and that's
Doing unto others.
is you'll have and remember in these holiday seasons, so if you got $1 in your pocket, you see somebody on the street, you know what I mean, give them $1. It don't matter if they it don't matter what they're gonna do with that dollar, but give them that dollar because in some way, shape, or form, or fashion, they're gonna need it. You feel me? And it takes a lot of humility to be out here in the cold begging for money, begging for change. So if you see somebody less fortunate, try to help them out, and that's in the spirits of Jesus and whatever color he's in.
Cool. All right, guys. Well, we have one more thing. It's cool that Joe's here as a pagan because we always do the Unitarian Universalist countdown in our videos, and today's is the winter solstice. So as you can see, it's the last harvest of the year and celebrated shortly before is the winter solstice. In ancient times, people would feast, knowing the months ahead would be very dark, hungry times when sickness would spread quickly, the cycle of winter's death forever yielding new life in spring rebirth is represented by our burrow's symbol, showing a serpent consuming its own tail. So you might be able to speak to that better than I can. I don't know. Can you or no? Have you ever heard of that logo or icon?
Well, the Ouroboros is actually used a lot in, you know,
See, I didn't even pronounce it right.
it's used a lot in popular culture. I can't think of any specific examples at the moment, but it basically goes to everything kind of following in a cycle. So death is just another part of living.
Gotcha. All right, cool. So thank you for that. As you guys can see, I've given Sterling the naughty hat. He's representing. He's doing well. So it's interesting that we just had this discussion that we're going to have because tonight's video is actually the Star of Bethlehem.
Bethlehem.
It is a 1956 animated film. Now the characters actually are all blacked out, so it's kind of like blackout motion film. So you can't even really tell any type of nationality in this film because all the characters are kind of
You see our crew?
blacked out
I
animated.
mean, our crew, we diverse as hell.
So I want to thank you guys for being here. These guys got to go get filming on the Connected web series. You can check them out at theconnected.tv. We'll put a link to them in the description.
And we're all going to continue to pretend that John does not have guns pointed behind us, holding us hostage for this interview. Don't call 911.
I made him say the word too. So, all right, guys, we are going to get out of here. Any closing words from you guys?
In the future, you have to cock mine before it's really that threatening.
Help.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Much love. Check out the Connected G1NBC, East West Street, Burwatt Films. Shout out Candy Baby, Candace Johnson, our sister in the squad, Skip McDougal in the squad, Terrence Ledbetter in the squad, everybody in the cast. Much love, family. Merry Christmas.
All right, thanks, guys.
Cleveland,
Yeah.
go Cavs.
So
LeBron, baby.
we're gonna watch this, and I will be back to talk about
Hey,
tomorrow's
LeBron, donate
broadcast.
some money to the Connected, man. Happy holidays, bro. Hey, I'm your biggest fan, homie. I roll with you all day, B. Hey, man.
He broke his fibula, or he broke something jumping
No.
when you
we
guys
the
won.
championship, real quick, I'm gonna tell everybody the story. This is some real LeBron.
This is a holiday story.
Look, man, I ruptured my Achilles. The night we won the championship. I was jumping and celebrating so much, I literally ruptured my Achilles, and I couldn't walk for 4 or 5 months, like on my ankle. You know what I mean? So, you know, and that's real, B. That's how much the Cavs mean to me, man. That's how much I love y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? So, happy holidays. You can donate to the Connected or get Star in the Connected. Shout out Isaiah Thomas, man. Welcome to the squad. TT, I see you, man. The whole squad. Sean, Fry. I gotta send a shout out.
Get
to
out of
everybody.
here.
Kevin Love, man.
My
Go
goodness,
team,
no
man.
one
Ty
stops
Lue,
him.
what
All
up,
right,
boy?
we're
What
getting
up,
into
boy?
the
Get at us,
movie. I'm
man.
muting them.
Get at us.
That was the Connect.
Long ago, on a hillside near Bethlehem, sat a very young shepherd, playing a gay, happy tune on his little wooden pipe. In that year, the Emperor of Rome had ordered all the people to be counted and taxed, each man in his own city. And so the highways were soon filled with travelers, returning to the towns where they had been born. On the road were a carpenter called Joseph and his wife, Mary. Their hometown, Bethlehem, was a city now filled with visitors, all looking for places to stay. And by twilight, Joseph and Mary were weary of searching. They had tried to find shelter for the night, and while people with plenty of money to offer were taken care of, Joseph and Mary were always turned away. Each place they stopped seemed to be full. Again and again they were disappointed and had to move on. When they came to the owner of one of the last inns, they were told that it too was full. But then the innkeeper remembered an old barn in back of his place of lodging. It was not much of a place, but Joseph and Mary were welcome to use it. This was where they would stay for the night. And in this old, dingy stable, the animals made room for the unexpected guests. As Joseph made Mary comfortable and the weary tourists took their rest, night settled over Bethlehem. And in the stillness of that holy night, the little town waited silently for the wondrous gift that was to be given. In the sky that night, in the sky above the sleeping city, a strange new star appeared, the Star of Bethlehem, telling of the birth of a great new king to be cradled in a manger. And so it was that Christ the Savior was born in Bethlehem on that silent night so long ago. Nearby in the countryside, the shepherds were watching by their fires. Then, with the star, appeared a light, bright with the glory of angels, angels who sang to them of the birth of a king in a manger in Bethlehem. Full of wonder and surprise, the shepherds hoped to see the child of whom the angels sang. They gathered their sheep together and started toward the town. From the hilltop, they could see the star, and beneath it, they knew they would find the stable whose manger held the heavenly king. On they came, and the first to arrive was the very young shepherd playing his pipe. As he saw the baby with Mary and Joseph, he came close to the manger. Before the holy child, the shepherds all knelt and offered to him the beloved pipe, a sheepskin cap, and a little lamb. And when they had worshipped him, they would go to tell others of this wonderful thing that had happened. Far to the east, there were others who saw the star. In Turkestan, a princely astronomer sat studying his instruments. And suddenly in the sky above, the new star shone. In India, a king watched from the balcony of his marble-columned palace as the star grew larger and larger. And on the desert sands of Arabia, a ruler was gazing toward the heavens, seeing that same star as it told of the new king's birth. To them all, it meant that a king had been sent from God, a king they would worship. Each one set out to follow the star and to bring to the child a gift of love. The astronomer boarded his ship and sailed over the waves toward the guiding star. The Indian ruler, on an elephant, moved toward the mountains as the star went before him. And from Arabia, across the desert, came the third king on a camel. It was a long journey and a hard one for all of them. But as they followed the star, each came nearer to the land of Israel, where Herod ruled. King Herod also saw the star and sent for his counselors. To Herod's advisors, the star fulfilled a prophecy that a king should be born in Bethlehem, in the land of Judah. And while the eastern kings continued their journey toward Jerusalem, Herod was disturbed by this unwelcome news. Thinking surely that King Herod could direct them to the newborn child, the wise men came to his palace to seek his advice. Perhaps they would find the babe there, in the palace. Herod sent them to Bethlehem, saying, "When you have found the child, tell me that I may worship him also." Of course, the wicked Herod had other plans, for he was jealous of the child king. But the wise men, who would be warned by God, were to return home another way. And so once more the kings from the east took their gifts and followed the guiding star. It led them out the north gates of the city, on toward the Bethlehem hills. Then, above the little town, it seemed to stop. At last they knew that here, in Bethlehem, they should find the newborn king. They did find him, and with him the young shepherd who had brought the first gift to the manger. They knew that the star had led them to this child who was the king they were seeking. The wise men went into the Holy Family and offered their gifts to the infant Jesus. Filled with awe and wonder, they knelt before him and put at his feet a crown of gold, a chest of frankincense, a jar of myrrh. And they worshipped him, the child of the line of David, the Son of God, the King to be called Emmanuel.
All right, guys, that was the Star of Bethlehem. So, hope you enjoyed it. And we also met the cast from the Connected web series. They are from G1NBC Cuyahoga County. And so, special thanks to Brandon Bell, the creator of that series, and our actors that were on there today. Stir Fried, Tony, Joe, we appreciate you guys being on, giving us your take on your holiday traditions and kind of some thoughts on you had about Christmas and some of the topics that we've been covering on our broadcast. So we will see you. I will see you. They won't. I'll see you tomorrow at 11 a.m. and we're going to go over A Christmas Wish, also called The Great Rupert. A little squirrel with lots of charm accidentally helps two poor, down but not out families overcome their obstacles. Thanks again for S&G Endeavors helping organizations take action. If you check out S&G Endeavors YouTube page and subscribe to them, we had a great call today launching our new show, SGE Connections, and that is on the S&G Endeavors YouTube channel. So subscribe to G1NBC Ohio, that's mine, and S&G Endeavors LTD YouTube channel for our consulting side, and stay up to date on all of our work. And I will see you tomorrow.